What's he being arrested for?
Stay back. Stay back.
What the hell is he being arrested for?
Stay back.
This is not a public place! Get out! Get the fuck out of here! Get out! Go! Don't make an issue out of this!
There's a difference.
Green clothing! Let go of me! This is a...
You'll be arrested for it.
Get this, Nikki! Get this! Get that!
You fucking pussy! You man pushing around a boy? Huh?
You fucking pig! You white pig! Fucking motherfucker!
Fucking cunt. For what, pig?
Leave him alone! What are you arresting? Let him go!
For what, pig?
Hey!
You want to come
Get in here, man! Let him go! What are you arresting him for?
For obstruction, okay? And you're all going too.
In March of 2007, the Globe and Mail newspaper released a report stating radical Native American organizations, such as the Mohawk Warrior Society, were listed as insurgents in a military terror manual list. With a copy of the draft manual, the Globe and Mail reported radical natives are listed in the Canadian Army's counter-insurgency manual as a potential military opponent, lumping Aboriginals in with Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Islamic Jihad.
We mourn the innocent lives that have been lost.
Aboriginal leaders across the land demanded that the federal government immediately remove any reference to First Nations listed as international terrorist threats.
It is a very serious threat to Indigenous, I guess, activists. You know, they do wind up in jail. These people wanting to be activists for the purpose to be activists, or like what the government tries to portray them as being terrorists for wanting to be terrorists, or just being a noisy bunch in the crowd. They're not. That's not the purpose. The government, because their purpose is to extinguish, and I mean the federal government of Canada, the comprehensive claims policy, land policy of the Canadian government is to extinguish Indigenous land rights. So they don't negotiate. And when you don't negotiate and you don't talk, what you do is create the environment for hostilities to take place. And that's why you need to then call in the police, you need to call in the military. You know, that's what happened at Oka with regard to the cemetery up there in the Pines. The army had to, the Sûreté Québec was called in, then the Canadian Armed Forces. And there was a major insurrection.
In March of 2007, the Native Warrior Society claimed responsibility for taking the 2010 Olympic flag in honor of Harriet Nahaney, a respected elder who died after being sentenced to 14 days in jail for peacefully protesting against the destruction of the Eagle Ridge Bluffs for an Olympic-related project. The judge that ordered the death sentence was BC Supreme Court Justice Brenda Brown.
هو الجهاد من أجل لا إله إلا الله فإن إخوانكم في فلسطين ينتظرونكم على أحر من الجمر وينتظرونكم أن تثخنوا في أمريكا وفي إسرائيل، فأرض الله واسعة ومصالحهم منتشرة.
This nexus between terrorists and states that are developing weapons of mass destruction can no longer be looked away from and ignored.
That's that red truck, right?
Well, the local, it's being contained. The media spin doctrine is being contained, so they'll show fallen soldiers coming back from Afghanistan, then they'll show the native standoff in Caledonia on Six Nations Grand River, and then they'll show more phony war on terror stuff. I say there's a correlation between the Iraq War, Persian Gulf one, and Oka, because it happened right after Oka, which was the largest standoff in Canadian history. Armageddon's in full effect. This whole phony war on terror has to do with us. They're creating a pandemic, or really a scandemic, and they're going to give us a vaccine genocide. Don't take your vaccines. And the military, we're going to go under martial law for some phony thing like a pandemic or phony war on terror, or combinations of things, because they're staging things. Because there's a genocide of the earth and the people and all the animals and that. But we know this is going on worldwide. We must bring this to a screeching halt by all uniting simultaneously, and that will be our protection, that we're all watching each other's back while this is going down, because the Canadian government doesn't like this.
The Government of Canada sincerely apologizes and asks the forgiveness of the Aboriginal peoples of this country for failing them so profoundly.
No longer business as usual.